Come to Helmuth Ford, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
Experience Oskaloosa presents Booze and Brews Friday, October 24th from 4 to 7:30 p.m. at various locations in Oskaloosa. It's a shopping event for adults 21 plus. Drinks, snacks, and deals at participating stores. There will be prizes, a costume contest, and tram rides available. And music by Jake Beatty at Full Bloom Brew House. For complete info and a list of participating stores, visit Experience Oskaloosa on Facebook.
Delta Fire and Rescue presents their annual haunted house every Friday and Saturday in October. The haunted house is located at the Delta, Iowa Fire Station, 103 North 2nd Street in Delta. Doors open from 8 p.m. to midnight. Tickets are $15. Food and drinks are available to purchase. It's the Delta Fire and Rescue Haunted House. Come and be scared, if you dare.
Commotion, a tribute to the music of Creedence Clearwater Revival, is coming back to the Watch Year Opera House in Watch Year, Iowa this Saturday at 7 p.m. Tickets are $35 for adults and $17.50 for 18 and under. Purchase in advance at watchyearoperahouse.org or buy your tickets at the door. It's the band Commotion this Saturday night at 7 at the Watch Year Opera House.
Brittany Sword is coming to the Keswick Tavern in Keswick, Iowa this Saturday from 9 to midnight. Brittany Sword is an American alt-pop rock singer-songwriter from Oskaloosa, Iowa, with music available on all platforms. And she'll be playing right after the Iowa Hawkeye game this Saturday night at the Keswick Tavern, 117 South Iron Street in Keswick. As always, there's no cover charge. So get your friends and make some new ones at the Keswick Tavern this Saturday night with music from Brittany Sword from 9 to midnight. Steve Shuttler Media once again proudly presents Pekin High School football live video streams each Friday night this fall, with home and away games and the playoffs. Tune in Friday nights for Pekin High School football right here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, "Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn." You can listen to me, Steve Shuttler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. And welcome in. It's a Friday night. Pekin football here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. Also on the Skunk River Radio Facebook page. We're spending our Friday night in Columbus Junction tonight. Pekin at Columbus for high school football. And we do thank all of our sponsors for making things possible. That includes a long list: Copeland Auto Body, Nutrient Ag Solutions, and Hedrick Federation Bank, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Daisy Dew Landscaping, Oski Dental, Gobbler Creek Seeds, Pigtail Charlie's Diner, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Barnwired, Son-in-Law Services, Shuttler Insurance Services, Gillum Construction and Properties, Helmuth Ford, Skunk River Radio, Fairfield Precast Concrete, Lifetime Dental Solutions, and Boehner Funeral Home. Of course, Josh Clubb hanging out with me this evening to do the play-by-play. Josh, we got about 10 minutes before kickoff. What do we got?
Well, we got another wonderful night here. We've been spoiled this season, yeah. Steve, as this is the final night of the regular season for 8-man Class A, 1A, and 2A. 3A and 4A do have, I think, one more regular season week left, but it is the eve of the announcement of the playoff assignments, and for these two teams, Pekin locked into the number 1 seed in Class A District 5. Second place is Danville right now. Even if Pekin were to lose, they'll have that head-to-head over Danville, and RPI will be better with a 7-0 overall record to Danville's 5-2. Columbus, however, sitting in the 4th spot in the district. Top 4 teams go to the playoffs, and Columbus is sitting at 3-2 in the district, and they're tied in the third and 4th spot with Wapello. So Columbus very much needs a victory. The other thing that could happen is Van Buren County, who's right behind Columbus, they will get a victory tonight due to the fact that they have the got distracted by those lights, Steve. They have the bye week against they're supposed to play Highland, so they'll get an automatic victory. So they'll end at 3-3. So if Columbus were to fall to Pekin tonight, there'd be an opportunity for Van Buren County to sneak their way in. So Columbus will play with a lot of energy. This is the first game that they're playing on their home turf this year due to reseeding of the grass and having problems getting it to take. So final night for their seniors. A lot of seniors on their team. Final night for them to play at home and a chance to possibly make the postseason on the line. So you can expect Pekin's going to get Columbus's best effort here tonight. But as I mentioned, Pekin 7-0 on the season, Columbus at 3-4 overall. And it is now time for the national anthem. So we'll listen into that. All right, that was the Columbus Wildcats marching band playing the national anthem. They'll play the fight song for Columbus as we get set to go here for these two teams. We'll talk about the team leaders quick as Steve moves the camera over to the Pekin Panthers getting ready to take the field. Sign says, "Camel can't hide our Panther pride," in case you can't read that. So break through that banner. Panthers, same 4 guys leading the way in their respective categories. Riley Smith is at 43 for 69, 822 yards, 12 passing touchdowns, 239 rush yards for 4 rushing touchdowns. Nolan Glick has got 126 rushes, 1,053 yards, 12 touchdowns, 97 receiving yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. Henry Adam is a receiving yards leader with 18 receptions for 424 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's got 232 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. Henry also leads the team in tackles with 42, 7 for loss, 4 sacks, and 2 interceptions. For the Wildcats, passing leader is their senior quarterback, Trevor Phillips. He's 41 of 71 for 420 yards, 2 passing touchdowns. He's got 9 rush yards and 1 rushing touchdown. Rushing leader for the Wildcats is Angel Inichin. I keep saying that. I knew I'm going to mess that up. I was reading it 40 times over, but Angel Inichin. He's got 86 attempts, 524 yards, 6 touchdowns. Lamar Cient, the junior, is the leading receiver with 11 receptions for 182 yards. And Elliott Wesley is the defensive leader with 27 tackles, 5 for loss, and 1 sack. That's how we set it up as the captains to take midfield for the coin toss. We'll keep our eye on that here momentarily. Get ready to go down our Fairfield Precast Concrete scoreboard, and some of the matchups have a lot on the line. Some teams are locked into the postseason and battling for different seeds. Other teams have to win to get in here basically tonight. So a lot of excitement around the state. We'll do our best to keep up on those scores as we get them in. Usually mid-second quarter or so is when we start getting those updated throughout the night. If you're listening in, watching in at home, and you know of any of our teams with updated scores, you can put it in the comments and let us get it updated on the Fairfield Precast Concrete scoreboard. It looks as though Columbus has won the toss, Pekin won the toss and deferred, so Columbus will receive to start things off. But our matchup, Sigourney Kyoto is at Cardinal. Not really any playoff implications there, as SK is locked into the second seed in their district. Montezuma is at Baxter. Montezuma essentially is a win and get in situation. They do have to have some help along the way. North Mahaska at BGM. North Mahaska in a similar situation. They got to win. They need a little bit more help than Montezuma does, but certainly need a win. Oski is at Marion. There's no playoff implications on that. English Valley is at home. English Valleys is at home versus Meskwaki Settlement. They'll need a win from Linville Sully and Belle Plaine, I do believe, tonight. HLVTC is at home against Janesville. Albie is at Pella Christian. That's the winner of that game will be the 3 seed. The loser will be the 4 seed in their district. And then Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont is at Durant. That's a battle for positioning as well for the 3rd and 4th seed. So that's what we got going on, and we're ready to go.
Hey, just a reminder, coming up tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., we'll do the sports section live from Barn Wired. 8 a.m. is our start time. Andy McGuire is our host. We'll have, as always, Clint Weber. Some of the players from Pekin will be on board to start the show off. We will have EBF football on the show tomorrow morning, and then also Sigourney Kyoto's Jared Jensen. Hopefully, maybe we'll get some of the playoff matchups in and confirmed during the show tomorrow morning, so tune in for the sports section.
Yes, officially released to the public, according to the Iowa High School Athletic Association's website, at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. A lot of the coaches and ADs know before that. That's for Class A, 1A, or Class A, 8-man, 1A, and 2A. 3A and 4A will be a little bit later down the road, but they'll play in basically two districts. They'll match up two districts, and the seeds will play each other accordingly. But I'm sure, Steve, as soon as one of us knows, we'll get you the information so you can get up all on Facebook. Here we are, ready to kick this thing off. Henry Adam ready to kick it off. Columbus Junkson's got 3 back deep. Low line drive kicked. Muffed at first and finally picked up by Cement, who kneeled as he was picking it up, so that is where it'll be down. I think he was just across the 20-yard line. He is at the 21, so the Wildcats were definitely getting ready to set up some type of misdirection back there on the kick return, but bobbling the ball made it not possible to do. And so they will take over. Ball is at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. For Phillips and the Wildcats. Phillips is under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. Handoff off tackle near side. Gain of a yard or 2. I believe that was number 39, Ray Resendez Rodriguez. Wildcats actually just give him 1. It's be 2nd and 9 for Columbus at their own 22-yard line. Pekin's been in a couple of tight ones the last 2 weeks against North Mahaska and Danville. See if their defense can get off on their right foot here tonight. Phillips under center again. They're going to do a little counterplay misdirection to Rodriguez, and that goes nowhere. Actually, probably brought down for a loss by Cal Miller. He was dropped down for a yard loss. To be 3rd and 10.
And of course, Cal was last week's player of the game, Daisy Dew Landscaping player of the game.
That he was.
He was a man of few words. He came in on Saturday morning last week for the sports section. Didn't have a whole lot to say. He lets his actions speak for him.
He let his actions speak for his actions were his words. Now that Columbus is going to send trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Phillips in the gun. Cement, the leading receiver, is in the front of that triangle out there. They're looking that way. Throw it to the flat to 39, Rodriguez. He catches it at 20, takes off 27-yard line, and he's popped hard out of bounds by Nolan Glick. Short of the line to gain, and that'll bring up 4th down and about 2. And that will force a punt from Columbus Junction. Standing at his own 40 is Elijah Brock. As the snap is high, gathered in, and then let go by number 15. Decent kick. Brock fields it at the 43. Takes off right upfield, gets across midfield, and tripped up. Just a shoestring tackle by number 68. Fritz Figaro for the Wildcats. Steve, these are some last names here.
I'm glad you got the play-by-play.
I read through them a few times, but they just always make me think. So Pekin will start with their first possession in Columbus territory. Ball's at the 49-yard line. As Riley Smith brings the crew out, he's got Glick behind him. Henry Adam is the up back. Snap, handoff to Nolan Glick to the left side. He's dropped at the 50-yard line by number 33, Elliott Wesley. Leading tackler for the Wildcats has got one early. Glick will lose a yard. Be 2nd and 11 at the 50.
Should mention, if you hear a little bit of a breeze coming through the microphones, it's because we're kind of inside and outside. We've got a roof over our heads, Josh, but we are mostly outside.
Yes. Here is Smith with an empty set. That is Brock in the slot. Smith pump fakes. Now he's got a lot of room to run. Gets up past 45-40. Has the first down and then pushed out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. See where they give the official spot. They do put it at the 35. First down for Pekin on the Riley Smith run. $14-yard scramble for Riley Smith. He had Brock in the seam there momentarily, but Packet collapsed on him, and he had to take off. Now Smith in the gun has Henry Adam to his left. Brock in the slot on the far side. It's a handoff to Adam. He goes up the middle, gets a yard or two before he's wrestled to the ground.
Do want to thank Columbus for letting us do the broadcast tonight and all of our road games that we've done this year. Thank all the schools that have allowed us to come in and do the live video stream. Gave
Henry Adam 2 yards on that run. He's 2nd down and 8, and now a official stoppage. Had to send a player off because of a helmet. So Smith. Empty set. That's Glick in motion. Fake handoff to him. Smith goes up the middle. He's got 5-6 yards past the 25, and that should be good enough for a first down. 1st and 10. Panthers on the Riley Smith run. $11 more yards for Riley Smith. Pekin driving on their opening drive. 8:15 to go in this opening quarter. Smith stays alone in the gun. That's Glick to the right, Henry Adam to the left. Smith's going to drop back to pass. Throws it to the sideline, looking for Glick in the end zone and cannot come up with the grab. Could have been called interference there as the defender never turned around. Glick had to kind of come back to that pass. Be incomplete. Be 2nd and 10.
Our viewers can't see it at home, but Columbus has a heck of a scoreboard. It's quite the scoreboard they have.
They do. Big animated screen. It's actually, there's a lot going on it. When you glance up there, it's not as easy to see the down and distance in the clock. Here is Smith now. Same formation. That is Brock in the slot on the far side. Smith looking that way. Fires that way, and it's caught by Lauderman. He makes a catch and has room to run. Getting up through the middle all the way in. Touchdown, Pekin for Reed Lauderman. .25-yard touchdown pass, and Pekin leads 6-0 with 7:53 to go in the first quarter. Looks like Henry Adams going to line up and try the point after. I have not seen this most of the year. Kind of forced in the situation last week. And here is the snap is good, hold is good, kick is up and good. A lot of leg there, got it all the way to the middle section of the track, but Pekin leads 7-0. Let's step aside and hear a quick message from one of our sponsors.
Pigtail Charlie's Diner is a family-owned and operated restaurant in Hedrick, Iowa. Takeout, dine-in, outdoor seating, reservations, and in-store pickup are all available. Stop into Pigtail Charlie's at 508 East 6th Street in Hedrick, Iowa, or call 641-653-2223. Get more information at Pigtail Charlie's Facebook page. We hope to see you soon at Pigtail Charlie's Diner in Hedrick, Iowa. The staff members at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. A ceremony can be anything you wish it to be, simple or elaborate, traditional or unique. No matter how it's tailored, such a ceremony is an important step in recovering from loss. Let the staff at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa help you in your time of need. And we thank our sponsors, Fremont Funeral Chapel, Pigtail Charlie's, all of our sponsors on board for Pekin football. Josh, take it away.
Henry Adam with the kickoff after the touchdown drive by the Panthers. Three guys back deep again. Adam gets a hold of this one, and it gets deep into the corner. Takes some backspin. They're going to have to take this back from the 15, coming up to the 20. Makes a man miss. Number 24 trucking up to the 30, all the way up to the 35-yard line. So good return by number 24. Tyson Kahlberg, he actually was thinking that thing was going to go out of bounds, and it took a total backspin wedge shot there from Henry Adam and had to field that and take off. Spot him officially at the 34. Panther defense held him to 3 and out their last time out. As Wildcats come to the line. Phillips under center has 2 running backs in a wishbone almost formation. They hand it off to Rodriguez. Right tackle he goes before he's 2 or 3 yards. Popped down pretty hard. Loses his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play. Give him 3 yards on the play. And he's the only Wildcat that has touched the ball. And now, with him out of the game for the helmet, I think Columbus is going to take their first time out of the game with 7:26 to go in the first quarter. That way he can come right back in. We'll step aside and hear from another one of our sponsors.
Federation Bank. Partner with the bank that loves rural Iowa. Federation Bank is located at 107 Richland Street in Richland, Iowa. Call 319-456-2265. They can help you with personal checking, personal savings, consumer loans, mortgage loans, and so much more. Federation Bank in Richland. Together, we're strong. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, Clint.
Hey. Hey, Clint, the new lot looks great. Hey, Clint.
Hey. How you doing, Clint?
At Helmuth Ford, our friendly atmosphere is not a surprise. It shows your family.
Hey, Dad. Frank's bringing in his Ford F-150 to get his engine checked out.
Did you tell him that we're home with a lifetime powertrain warranty on new and used vehicles?
Yeah, told him we'd take care of everything.
Great. Come on down to Helmuth Ford and see for yourself.
Here's Phillips out of the timeout. Hands it to number 24 this time. He gets a yard or 2 and then dropped immediately. It's about the 38-yard line. To wait to see where they spot it. Put him at the 39. We'll bring a 3rd and 5. As that's the first play that the fifth play from scrimmage for Columbus. And all other 4 plays went to Rodriguez, and he is not currently in the game after he came out with that helmet issue. They took a timeout, I would assume, to get him back in here. It's a shotgun snap. Phillips looking near side flat. He throws it to the flat. This is behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds there by Elijah Brock, I do believe. Was Elijah Brock on that, so going to lose 2 yards on the play. Nope, after they spotted just 1 yard, so it'll be 4th and 6. Fourth and 6, and Columbus Junction will punt it away again. Lando Garza. Punter. Brock stands at his own 30, waiting to kick. Pekin looks like they're bringing the house. They are. Don't quite get there in time. It's a good kick, but Brock fields it at the 30. Shimmies and shakes and tries to get out. He gets out of one tackle, comes around the corner. He's up to the 40. All the way up to the 50. Down the sideline he goes. He's got a chance here. He does. One guy to beat. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 10 by the punter Garzo. So Elijah Brock with the electric return. Pekin right back into the red zone, 1st and 10.
They're marking him out at about the.
Oh, they say he stepped out at the 26-yard line. So that's
he was tiptoeing.
He was right on the edge there. A little difficult to see when he gets close to the players at our angle. Nonetheless, great field position again. Here is Smith. He's going to roll to the far side. He's looking down. He's got Brock running across the field and overshoots him, incomplete. I think Riley Smith was just a little bit late getting that out of his hands. Had he thrown it a step or two sooner, Brock was open, but that little delay let that defender close in on him. So bring up 2nd and 10 from the 26. Glick to the right of Smith. Brock comes in motion. It's a direct snap to Glick. He's going to follow Smith around the corner, trying to get the corner turned and does. Gets a decent gain before he's tripped up from behind. Looks like they're going to give him. He ended up getting the first down on that. Gave him the dive. Spotted him all the way up at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Give Glick 11 yards on that run. Now Nolan's lined up to the left of Riley. Go right back to Nolan, going right tackle. Gets through the first wave into the second wave, and then tackle about the 10-yard line. 7 more yards for Glick. Second and 3 for Pekin at the 10-yard line, leading 7-0, 5:22 to go in this opening quarter. Brock comes in motion. Smith fakes handoff to Glick, goes right up the middle himself. He's got the first down. Not much more. Yeah, official timeout now. They're going to check this. I don't think he was good on the first down. And they're going to say it is just short. So it'll be 3rd and short for Pekin. So 2 yards for Riley Smith. He's going to drop back to pass. In trouble immediately, and he's going to go down for a big loss. Tough spot there on 3rd and short to take that deep sack. That really changes your approach on this next one. You're looking end zone there and then would have ran it on 4th down, but now all the way back to the 14, so 4th and 7. 4th and 7. Looks like Pekin is going to go for this. Otterman comes to the near side. Brock in the slot on the near side. Glick and Henry Adam up tight to the line. Smith takes a snap, rolls to the right. Flips it out to the flat. He's got Lauderman for the first down at about the 5-yard line. They spot him at the 4. The 1st and goal for Pekin. Ball is at the 4. In between the 4 and the 5-yard line. Glick to the right of Smith. 3:23 to go in this opening quarter. Pekin leads 7-0. Here's a snap. The snap is bobbled by Smith, and he's just trying to protect himself, and he gets ripped down behind the 10-yard line. We'll see if they gave him any forward progress. Smith right there did a good job of covering up the football once he knew he was in trouble, but he probably just should have put his knee down. Because they drug him back another yard. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 10. That was an issue last week, was the snaps. That's a lot of problems. Is now Smith has got Brock in the backfield, flips him a sweep pitch, and Brock can't get a whole lot more than back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Give Brock 1 yard. 3rd and goal from the 9. Pekin trying to punch this thing in. 2:08 now to go in this opening quarter. Here's a direct snap to Glick. He's going right side. He's got some room on the outside, and he goes there and walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Nolan Glick to run to the right with 1:51 to go in the first. They lead 13-0. And we'll see what they're going to do. Are they going to kick the extra point again? These officials are taking a long time to spot the ball in between plays. They are going to send Henry out there to kick the extra point. His last one would have been good from about 35, 40 yards. Snap's good, hold is good, kick is up and good. And Pekin leads 14-0 with 1:51 to go. We'll step aside and hear from the sponsor.
For landscaping, excavation, and construction, Daisy Do Landscaping can do almost anything. Give them a call to see how they can help you out. Daisy Do Landscaping can help with new landscaping installation, planting trees, shrubs, and perennials, plus lawn seeding, fertilizing, and spraying. Daisy Do Landscaping at 641-919-1290 in Ollie, Iowa. You can find Daisy Do Landscaping on Facebook. At Copeland Auto Body, we strive to be the area's consistent provider of advanced collision repair. We want all of our customers to have a stress-free experience when they bring their car to Copeland Auto Body. Give them a call at 641-653-2140. Find them online at CopelandAutoBody.com. Copeland Auto Body, located in Hedrick, Copeland Collision Center in Oskaloosa, and Copeland Towing and Recovery in Sigourney. For auto body and towing for Hedrick, Oskaloosa, and Sigourney, see Copeland Auto Body.
All right, we're back here live in Columbus Junction tonight. Pekin at Columbus. Pekin up 14-0 in the first quarter. Josh Clubb with the play-by-play.
Henry Adams set to kick it off. Columbus continues with the 3 deep backs. This is a short kick that is whistled dead. Say the kicking team crossed the line before Adam kicked the ball, and I don't know that was on purpose. He definitely stumbled funny afterwards. So he'll try it again, moving back 5, try it again from the 35. That'll put the returners standing at their own 25. Henry Adam can struggle a little bit with consistency on kickoffs, but if he gets a hold of it, it can go a mile. We'll see what he does here. This is a high, deep kick, and this is going to get all the way back and fielded over the head of the returner. He has to turn around, chase it down, picks it up at the 10. He's going to be wrapped up and swallowed at the 19-yard line. The penalty does not cost the Panthers anything. And Columbus will start again deep in their own territory. They have yet to pick up a first down. They've netted a total of 16 yards of offense over the last 2 drives. 9 yards in the first drive, 7 yards on the last drive. 7 yards was actually on first down and went backwards from there. Minute 45 to go. Phillips is going to be in the gun this time. A little confusion on the Wildcats on who's supposed to be where. Now they're going to send trips to the far side of the field. Phillips hands it off up to the right side and dropped immediately by Henry Adam. Is the running back, number 24, Tyson Kahlberg. Say basically the length of the football past the line of scrimmage that moves the nose of the football right up near the 20-yard line. Hometown scoreboard will give him a yard. Twin receivers to the far side now. Phillips back under center. Split backs in the backfield. Henry Adams going to try to jump snap count. Poaches through, but they get it outside, and big, huge hole to run for Kahlberg. He's all the way past the 40 to the 50. Looks like he's going to beat him out. Brock is getting up there, and so is Landon Crow, I believe, and they get him down at about the 20. It's a big run there for Kahlberg. As Henry Adam trying to go up the middle got slowed up enough that opened up that lane. They put it at the 15. "65-yard scamper for Kahlberg." Wildcats in the red zone, 1st and 10. Phillips. And Pekin jumps off sides there. You're going to get them encroachment. Move it up 5 more. Puts the ball at the 5-yard line. First and 5 at the 10. I think I might have just said that wrong. Apologize. I pretty much have to stand up here, Steve. The pole's in my way.
Yeah, it's an interesting press box situation tonight.
We look like we're like cattle pinned up in a pen. We're in a pen. We're not in a box. Here is Phillips. Flips it out to Kahlberg. He makes a couple guys miss, and he's going to be wrestled down. Actually whistled down before he went down. Just inside the 5, it'll be 1st and 10. Our 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
Might have an injury on the...
At the 5. We got a Wildcat that took his helmet off, and he's down on one knee. Pointing to his neck, so for this injury, we'll step aside and hear from one of our sponsors.
Gillum Construction and Properties, LLC of Packwood, Iowa, can help you with your construction needs like roofs, 4-season rooms, garage builds, siding, windows, doors, kitchen and bathroom remodels, flooring installation, and more. Give them a call at 641-295-5460. Gillum Construction and Properties, LLC, where you're in charge of your destination. Call 641-295-5460 or look up Gillum Construction and Properties, LLC on Facebook. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. All right, we're back here in Columbus Junction. Josh, we switched sides of the field.
Yeah, with that injury, that the whistling for the injury was actually not whistles for the injury. The clock was winding out for the end of the first quarter. They just let it wind down and then switch sides. So beginning of the second quarter, 12 minutes ago, first and goal for the Wildcats. Ball is at their own at the Pekin 5-yard line. Snap is right back to Kalberg, who goes up the middle and may have gotten a yard to wait for the actual spot. Be second and goal nonetheless. Looks like they're going to give him 2 yards. So the ball's at the 3 now. As the Wildcats trying to cash in on the 65-yard run by Kalberg towards the tail end of that first quarter. Pekin still leads 14-0. Phillips in the gun now. He's got Kalberg to his right. Snap looking. He's going to flush out of the pocket, looking to run for the end zone. He's ripped from behind. I think that was Cal Miller that got his hands on him. Ripped him backwards. It was. So Cal Miller with a big stop. So where he came up big last week, too, was when Pekin had their backs against the wall. Now third and goal. You can see where they spotted. They put it back at the 5. So it'll be third and goal from the 5-yard line. But trailing 14-0 at the beginning of the second quarter, you got to think this is 2-down territory for the Wildcats anyway. 2 downs to pick up 5, but not a lot of space to work with on the backside. Split backs. Now a fumble is the snap, and there's a battle for it, and Pekin thinks they have it. Pekin comes up, hands the ball to the official. It should be the Panthers' ball, so they're going to get the turnover. First and 10 Pekin. Ball will be at the 4-yard line. That was just maybe Phillips wasn't ready for the snap, not sure, but saw that come up and hit the center in the hind, didn't drop right back to the ground. So Pekin with a big turnover to keep the goose egg on the scoreboard. 10:25 to go.
By the way, we appreciate the Hadleys watching us from Nebraska tonight. If you're watching tonight and you want to say where you're watching from in the comments, we'd love to hear.
Quite a few people that went to Nebraska here last night and this morning from our area. I wonder if there's something going on. Here's a misdirection to Henry Adam. He's going down the right sideline. A lot of room to run. One man to beat. He does. Still running down the sideline at the 40, 30, running out of steam. Cuts back, fighting his way. Still trying to fight his way through it and finally pushed out of bounds at the 13-yard line. He knew he was caught from behind, and so he just stopped and started pushing people out of the way and almost won that battle. Gotta love the effort from Henry Adam.
And I was totally lost before he busted out of the pack. It was a misdirection play, and I was misdirected.
They made it look like Nolan Glick was going to run to the near side, but then they just quickly handed it off to Henry, and Henry took off down the far sideline all the way up to the 18-yard line.
Of course, Henry had that 95-yarder here not too terribly long ago.
I'll do the math on the distance of that run here after this play. First and 10 for the Panthers. Hand off to Glick. He goes up the middle, rustling through some would-be tacklers, and finally he's driven backwards. Forward progress is probably going to give him at least a yard. We'll be reliant on the scoreboard here. It's always the left side of our where we're set up. I can never really see the yard markers all that well. Call it second and 10. They left the 18-yard line on the scoreboard. There's a direct snap to Nolan Glick. He's going to follow Riley Smith around the left side. Now cuts through off tackle. Gets up to about the 10 before he's drugged down from behind. They're going to actually spot him at about the 9. Or the 11, excuse me. Call it 7 yards. It's 3rd and 3 for Pekin. Yeah, that would have beat his. If he could have broke that all the way through, he would have had the 96 to beat the 94. Because that play was at the 4-yard line off the turnover. Here is Brock in motion. Snap. Smith is going to run right side, looking for Lauderman, now throwing to Crow in the flat and overleads. I think that was more of a throwaway from Riley Smith than it was trying to complete that to Landon Crow, as he was well covered up. We do have a flag on the play in the secondary. Typically, we see defensive holding here. No, they're going to say an eligible man downfield on the Panthers.
I've got a comment. We're going to have to verify if this is true. This says that Sigourney is ahead 65-0. That can't possibly be true.
This soon?
That can't be. So again, that's unverified.
Well, we'll check on that. I mean, they got to be. I mean, that's 30 minutes. That's quick. That's a lot of kickoffs and things like that have to happen. After the penalty, it'll bring up. Actually, the penalty was declined, so it'll be 4th and 3. Pekin's offense is still out there. And Riley Smith drops back, looking to pass, steps up in the pocket now, flips it up the middle to Brock. Brock makes the grab, touchdown Panthers on the 4th and 3. Elijah Brock has the grab, and Pekin leads 22-0 with 8:19 to go in the second quarter. And we're going to negate that, as there was a flag on the play and there was a holding called against Pekin. They'll certainly accept that one, which will make it 4th and 13. Moves the ball all the way back to the 20-yard line. .21 to be official, so we'll do it again. 4th and 13 now from the 21-yard line. Smith from the gun, drops back, looking near side, pump fakes, fires down to the end zone, right back to Brock. Brock makes the grab, touchdown, Panthers. Well, same play, just they hit the way it was on Tecmo Bowl, reverse. He just hit reverse and ran it to the other side, and it's good for a 21-yard touchdown this time. With 8:12 to go. Three touchdowns scored by the Panthers, 3 different players. Lauderman, Glick, and now Brock. And Henry Adams going to try the point after. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is low, and no good. There's a flag on the play, though. This could be leaping, which Pekin is saying, or is assuming it's on Columbus Junction, because it looks like the Pekin offense is going to go back out on the field. That's what it is called. It's personal foul, so it'd be where you hit the center before he snaps the ball, or jumped over him, or something like that along those lines. The officials are actually, they're signaling everything over to the other side, kind of relying on the PA announcer to say what they're calling. That moves the ball be half the distance to the goal, so it'll be at about the 1.5 yard line. And Panthers offense is going to go out and try to cash in too. Glick to the left of Smith. We've seen direct snaps to Glick going to the far side many a times in this situation, and that is exactly what it is. Glick walks into the end zone for 2 more. 22-0 is our score. And we'll step aside for a quick break from one of our sponsors.
At Nutrien Ag Solutions, we are dedicated to your success. We partner with growers like you to expand your possibilities with unparalleled offerings. your unique challenges are met with more customized solutions than anyone else can offer. With you, we're feeding the future together.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
All right, we're back at it. Pekin and Columbus. Josh with the play-by-play.
Comes the kickoff from Henry Adam, 8:12 to go in the second quarter, and this is going to go to the far side of the field. Kahlberg receives the kick. Kahlberg. He gets up past the 40, runs into a wall of Panthers, still driving forward, gets all the way up to the 45, and that's where Columbus will start their next possession. Best starting field position for them. Now, my source is saying that it is 21-0 in favor of Sigourney Keota early in the second quarter. That seems a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, I think the other guy was just speculating. HLV and Janesville, let me see here. It's at the end of the first, Janesville up 30-0.
I got two other updates here. We'll get them after this play. Here is Phillips. They're going to try their own reverse play. It's Cient that is going nowhere. As Nolan Glick gives him the
wrestling move.
Yeah, what is that called, Steve? You're the wrestling expert, but what is that move called? Where he
looked like kind of a
pulls on his chest and then flips him forward with his foot. But the misdirection did not work for them. Cient gets his first touch of the football. They do give him a yard. Ball's at the 44-yard line. Here's Phillips rolling to the right side. He's got a man in the flat. Hits him. Wrapped up immediately after the catch, but it's going to be good enough for a Wildcat first down. They get him down at the 39. There's Lauderman on the coverage. They got Albia trailing Pella Christian 8-14. Same score for Eddyville, Blacksburg, Fremont at Durant is Eddyville 8, Durant 14. It's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball is at the 41. I said 39. Meant 41. Yard line. Phillips alone in the gun. He's got trips to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Drops back. Sets his feet. Now he's going to have to escape to the left. Still looking down the field. Then finally flips it near the line of scrimmage. The pass is complete to Cient, who makes a man miss, and he's off to the races down the far sideline and in for the touchdown. And there's no way to review that in high school football, but I'm pretty confident Phillips was past the line of scrimmage when he threw that pass. Nonetheless, it was not called. It's good for the touchdown. 39-yard pass completion for the touchdown, and Columbus is on the scoreboard with 6:43 to go in the second. And we'll see if they're going to try the extra point or if they're going to go for two. Looks like they're going to try an extra point. And their kicker has a cast on his right arm. Definitely a lineman number. Snap is good, hold is good. The kick is a booming kick. That about got out of here. 6:43 to go. Our score is 22-7. Let's check in with another one of our sponsors.
Planning ahead for 2026, smart farmers know that exceptional harvests begin with premium seeds. Quinton Harbison at Gobbler Creek Seeds, your local Pioneer dealer, has the high-performance varieties you need for next spring's planting. These aren't just any seeds. They're backed by proven genetics and designed for maximum yield potential. When you plant with confidence, you harvest with pride. Trust Quinton Harbison at Gobbler Creek Seeds for all your seed needs. Call today at 641-777-8874. That's 641-777-8874. And let's grow success together.
Founded in 1952, Fairfield Precast Concrete is a small, locally owned and operated precast concrete business. We're committed to serving Southeast Iowa with high-quality precast products. With 70 years of business experience, Fairfield Precast Concrete has continually researched, developed, and evolved with a long-term goal of creating a cost-effective alternative method for wastewater treatment. For more information, go to Fairfield Precast Concrete.
All right, we're back.
As Brock fields the kickoff at his own 5-yard line, gets up to about the 15 before he's swallowed up. It's a deep kick there by Zuninga, who also was kicking the extra point there. Big kick there. And the Panthers will take over in their worst field position at their own 15 is where they'll start this drive. 6:38 before halftime. He can look to answer Columbus's 39-yard touchdown pass on the last drive. Smith has got Glick in the backfield. Henry Adam now in motion, gets right up underneath center. They're going to flip it to Glick. Outside he goes, and he's met in the backfield by multiple Columbus defenders. 4 guys met him shortly after the pitch, and he will lose a couple of yards on the play. The wind is blowing right in my microphone.
Yeah, they overbooked the press box tonight, so we kind of arranged ourselves somewhere else.
Second and 11 for Riley Smith. Is Columbus trying to bring the heat? They do. Smith flips it up the middle to Adam just over his head, and Henry Adam running that seam route once again. Had 2 or 3 steps on his defenders. An incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 11 for the Panthers.
Yeah, he'd have been off to the races on that
one. Absolutely, he would have been. It would have been a phenomenal run.
Right there.
After the catch, right there. Another update, Montezuma leads Baxter 14-6. Smith getting the play into the huddle. And now a timeout taken by the Panthers as the play clock was winding down on them. It seemed like it was taking a little while, so they'll take their first timeout with 5:55 to go, and we'll take a timeout too and listen in from some of our sponsors.
Founded in 1952, Fairfield Precast Concrete is a small, locally owned and operated precast concrete business. We're committed to serving Southeast Iowa with high-quality precast products. With 70 years of business experience, Fairfield Precast Concrete has continually researched, developed, and evolved with a long-term goal of creating a cost-effective alternative method for wastewater treatment. For more information, go to fairfieldprecastconcrete.com or call 641-472-3959. Barn Wired at 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney has a huge selection of home decor. Plus, they offer a full coffee bar with breakfast and lunch served as well. Look for the weekly lunch specials posted on the Barn Wired Facebook page. Hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., Thursdays from 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Fridays from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Saturdays and Sundays from 8 to 2. That's Barn.
And we're back.
Here's a quick pass from Smith and nearly intercepted, and they're going to call it pass interference on number 17, I do believe. It was intended for Brock, and he was tripped up. The ball went into the hands of number 17 and bounced up and off of his helmet. Now the officials are going to discuss it. See, that was 3rd down and 11.
I don't think we're getting the same amount of time that we regularly get for commercial breaks, Josh.
No, it's going pretty quick. I think your commercials are the same. So
yeah. We can usually squeeze a minute of ads in during breaks. It's just not happening tonight.
I don't know what he signaled. He pointed against Columbus Junction. They're going back to mark off yardage, so it wouldn't have been. Even the press box didn't know what that hand signal was. That was a new one to me. almost did like a lightning bolt motion. So I'm not sure what that is. Nonetheless, it's a automatic first down for Pekin. Ball's at the 29-yard line. First and 10 for the Panthers. Smith is going to have Nolan Glick behind him in the gun. 5:49 to go in this opening half. Here's Henry Adam in motion. They take the handoff to him. They're going to run the option. Smith is going to keep it himself. Gets back up to the line of scrimmage, and that is all. So it'll be second down and 10 for the Panthers. As the one's kind of just it's making its way through the cattle gate, Steve. Steve's over there rubbing his back up against it. Second and 10, 5:15. Smith hands it off to Glick. No, he kept it, throws it to Brock. He makes the grab at the 40. Ripped down for another 3 yards. And then a late flag comes in. I think I just saw something I've never seen in a high school football game, but a late flag comes in. That's going to be a late hit against Columbus Junction, I do believe. But the official threw the flag, and I'm pretty sure it was on number 39, Rodriguez. Rodriguez immediately picked up the flag and handed it back to the official like he dropped it. And the official just dropped it right back down. But, yeah, he threw it there for a reason. And again, I think that's an unsportsmanlike penalty.
Columbus crowd giving some boos.
Yeah, be another 15-yard penalty and automatic first down. It would have a first down anyway, but this will move it up even further. It's going to cross midfield and put it at the 43-yard line, I think is where he's going to set it down. It is. Ball's at the 43. As Riley Smith takes snap, drops back. Running in trouble. There's a holding by Pekin. Smith throws it away, but that's going to march him back 10, as that was a pretty obvious hold by Breon. Easy to see, so it'll be second and 10 for Pekin. Our first and 20, actually. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay. Now I was wondering why they were going backwards. He was getting back to the original line of scrimmage. Be first and 20. That will move the ball to the 47-yard line of Pekin's. From the 47, first and 20 for the Panthers. 4:52 to go. It's been a penalty fast out of late. Here's a quick pop pass to Brock. Gets up to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 3 yards. Now a officials timeout as they're going to have a quick discussion. Ball is spotted right at midfield. 4:24 to go in the half.
Zoom in, Josh. See if we can do some lip reading.
So well, good luck. They're not really facing the right way. I really don't know what this is. Second down, no explanation, and wind the clock. So maybe they were just getting their order together for the halftime meal.
They got some good nachos tonight.
Yeah, maybe they're just Here's the snap. Fake handoff to Glick. Smith throws it up the seam. He's got Henry Adams. That grab is good. Adams got one man to beat. He's going to get drugged down from behind at about the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Panthers. And another flag comes in after the play was over. And I'm not sure what. Certainly wasn't a late hit. There must be some talking going on between the players because. Be interesting to see if we can see his hand signals from here. It's a personal foul. So it'll be first and goal. It'll be a half the distance penalty. That'll put him at about the 2.5-yard line. I've lost all track of yardage with this. First and goal for the Panthers. They got Glick to the left of Smith. Smith is going to keep it himself. Goes left side, trying to get his way into the end zone, and does. Touchdown, Pekin. Riley Smith, fourth Panther to score tonight. With 3:59 to go. Pekin takes a 28-7 lead as we await the point after. Multiple personal foul penalties by Columbus. It was always on the tackle. I guess maybe they called that a horse collar as he got him from behind. Snap's good, hold is good, kick is up and through. 29-7 in favor of Pekin. I think we'll just stay right here, Steve, because trying to sneak these in between the kickoffs is not working out in our favor the last couple of kickoffs, but Sigourney Keota now leads Cardinal 27-0. I think I gave you the 8-14 Albia and the Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Still no updates on, let's see if we can find a source for North Mahaska and BGM, as that one's got some playoff some playoff opportunities. We'll go with that word.
Easy for you to say.
Words are hard. I say a lot of them, and sometimes they get confused when which one's supposed to come out. But Henry Adam gets ready to. Henry Adam gets that football from that cheerleader. I thought I was going to
get a football there, Josh.
The cheerleader, the one with the sweatshirt on, she about got it up here. If that wasn't for that cattle gate, it would have been ours.
Good arm on that girl.
It is not Henry Adam actually kicking off. It is Cody Silvers as the returner comes up to about the 39-yard line, and that's where Columbus will take over. 3:53 to go in the first half. And I got an update from North Mahaska as BGM leads North Mahaska 27-0.
Wow.
And a timeout, I think, taken by Pekin. It is.
Well, should we throw in a commercial?
Yeah, let's throw in a quick. We'll hear from.
We'll just
sponsor.
do one.
Yep.
We'll do one commercial and play it safe.
All right.
We'll hear from Lifetime Dental.
She cares about her patients enough to give her time to them. I mean, that says it all. Like, her heart's really in it. I just wouldn't hesitate to come here and give them a chance. I think from the moment you walk in, you'll see that it's different, and you'll feel that it's different, and they have your best interest at heart, and you'll get the best care. And what a gift that we have this here in Southeast Iowa in Sigourney. It's pretty amazing. Definitely would recommend them.
All right, we're bringing it back to Columbus High School. Pekin at Columbus tonight for high school football. 3:53 to go in the second quarter. 29-7 in favor of Pekin. Josh Clubb with the call.
All right, and 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 39. I think I said BGM leads North Mahaska 27-0. Also another update with Eddyville and Durant. Durant leads 21-16 over Eddyville, so kind of a back and forth affair going on there. And Durant. Here's Cient in motion. They're going to hand it to him down going to the left side. Gets upfield. It's about 4 yards where he's dropped down.
You have Durant 21-16 with EBF.
Yep. Is now 33-0 in favor of BGM. Marion and Oskaloosa are still scoreless. Early in the first quarter there, they start those games at 7:30 in 3A. Here is Phillips, drops it back to pass. He's got a man down the field. If he sees him, he doesn't. He just throws it away. And he had number 39, Rodriguez, kind of running free in front of, can't see who that is, but on defense, that was Lauderman. If Phillips would have looked that way, I think Wildcats would be celebrating another touchdown, but didn't see him. Throws it away. That brings up 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats.
By the way, I was just told, insider information, that the lights that they have here at the stadium are newly installed from Musco. So those fancy lights that we saw flashing different colors, just put in from the folks at Musco.
I could have pretty much guessed that when they started doing that they have Musco lights here. Here is a whistle timeout taken by Columbus with just a few seconds left on the play clock, so they're going to take another timeout. 3:14 to go, and we'll take a timeout and hear from another one of our sponsors.
Hi, this is Stacy with Shuttler Insurance Services in Sigourney. As your local independent agency, we're here to help with all your insurance needs. Farm and crop, home and auto, business, life, and health. We take the time to listen, explain your options, and match you with the coverage that truly fits your needs. Shuttler Insurance Services, local service, trusted advice. Call 641-636-7744 or stop by our office on the east side of the square in Sigourney.
If community matters, choose a family that values community. When you choose Beaner Funeral Home, you are choosing more than a business and more than a building. You are choosing a family. When you support those who give back to the community by way of volunteerism, talents, and monetary investments, you are ensuring this legacy of giving continues. We offer the most economical cremation and traditional burial pricing in our area and invite you to experience the Beaner difference of community, compassion, and commitment.
All right, here's Phillips. He's got four receivers to the near side, 2 on the line, 2 off. So one receiver is actually ineligible. That should be an illegal formation because he went down for a pass for illegal man downfield. Phillips is in trouble and just grounds it. They're going to say he was down anyway. He was in on the sack. That is number 33, Hayden Porter. He's going to be credited with the sack there, all the way back at the 22-yard line. Lots going wrong there. I mean, you can't have 2 wide receivers lined up on the line of scrimmage and have them both go out for a pass. And there was a flag. Somebody's signaling it somewhere. Or somebody had a flag somewhere. They showed it, and be 4th and 23 with 2:25 to go. And now another timeout taken by Columbus. With 2:17 remaining in the first quarter, they'll face a 4th and 23. We'll step aside and hear from another sponsor.
Hey there, it's Josh Clubb from Son-in-Law Services in Sigourney. I'm a local, trusted handyman. I do anything from simple home repairs to room remodels, all the way up to including additions. If you're in any home repair needs, I specialize in flooring, sheetrock, as well as window and door replacements. Just give me a call, we can talk through your needs. Now I gotta get back at it, and you gotta get back to the game.
That guy for Son-in-Law Services looks familiar. I'm not sure, but Josh Clubb has the call tonight.
2:17, 4th and 23. Columbus basically was just trying to get as much time as they could off the clock. I believe that was their final timeout. Pekin leads 29-7. They're going to punt this one away. Brock stands at his own 40. It's a high, short kick. It's going to not even make it to midfield. And it's going to bounce backwards. It's going to be down to the 48-yard line of Columbus, and that's where Pekin will take over. On the good side of the field. 1st and 10. They'll have 2:08 to do it, to try to punch another score in when they're certainly capable of doing so. I'm just taking a moment to check some scores.
You got to think the turning point in this game was when Pekin held Columbus out of the end zone.
Took away that fumble.
Then went down and scored themselves.
Yes, so. Immediately a huge play from Henry Adam on the misdirection. Here's a handoff to Glick, right side. He's chased from behind. He's going to lose yardage. Back to the 50-yard line. It's -2 for Glick. Call it 2nd and 12. Minute 48 to go, and Panthers not showing any signs of urgency, which no need to after a negative play to start the drive. I mean, we're at 15 seconds on the play clock. Pekin has yet to break the huddle. Now they do. 10 to go. They're going to have to kind of hurry, and Pekin's going to have to use their final timeout, as they were not going to get that off in time. So minute 23 to go. That's the last timeout of the half, and we'll take one more sponsor break.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have a variety of family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience. Call 641-622-1170 to reach the clinic, or 641-622-3184 to reach Jack's Corner Drug.
And we thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for being one of our sponsors on board for Pekin football. We're at Columbus tonight. Josh, the wind has really been picking up here recently. I'm looking at color radar. It doesn't look like there's any rain around this area yet. There's obviously a system moving through kind of south central Iowa up into northeastern Iowa. It will get here. Hopefully it'll wait till after the game.
Yeah, if it could give us about 10-15 minutes after the end of this game, then it's fine. It can rain. But until then, me and Steve in the cattle pen want to stay dry. Here are the Panthers. Minute 23 to go, 2nd and 12 out of their last timeout, and a Wildcat jumped off sides for the encroachment penalty, so should make it 2nd and 7. Put the ball at the 45. It's interesting encroachment too, because it wasn't even a hard count or motion or anything. He just jumped. There's a snap. Flip to Glick. Or to Henry Adam, who's going to double back and throw a pass to Elijah Brock. He's wide open and goes through his hands at the 10-yard line. He was all alone. Little trickery there. Pass from Henry Adam. Pretty good looking pass. I think Brock thought that, he would have thrown that with the wind, so I think Brock just maybe misjudged it a little bit and slowed up. Nonetheless, it brings up 3rd and 7. Clock stops at a minute 16. Smith's going to roll out to the right side to pass. He's in trouble immediately, actually trying to throw the screen to Glick. It is completed. Glick gets around the corner. He's going to get up near the first down before he's ripped down. It'll be a first down for Pekin at the 35-yard line. As the clock will continue once they set the chains. inside a minute to go before halftime. I do believe both teams are out of timeouts by my tally. There's no timeouts indicated on the scoreboard. Here's a direct snap to Glick. He's going to follow Smith to the near side. Glick gets out the corner. He's got a lot of room. If he can make that cut, he does. Up to the 20, 15. Drop down at about the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, Panthers. Panthers right back up on the ball. 40 seconds to go. Smith rolls in trouble, throws it back across the middle. This is intercepted. Intercepted at the goal line, up to about the 5-yard line, and then brought down. I'm not sure who Smith was throwing to. There was nobody, no white jerseys anywhere in the vicinity there. They were all in the flats. And number 15 for Columbus Junction, which is Lando Garza, just kind of standing alone there. Comes up with the interception. 1st and 10, Wildcats. 30 seconds remaining. No timeouts for either team. Deep in their own territory, you got to think Columbus is just going to do something not very aggressive here. They are trailing by quite a bit, but definitely not the place to fool around. At their own 9. Hand off left side. Short gain. And do not have to snap it again if they choose not to. They're right back up on the ball, ready to do it. Trying to catch Pekin asleep. 15 seconds to go in the half. They hand it off. Near side going nowhere. And that should do it for this first half with 5 seconds remaining. We'll not get another replay, so it'll be halftime here. Pekin leads 29-7, and we'll send it over to you, Steve.
All right, we will take a break, hear from some more of our sponsors, and then we'll come back, see what we got for halftime here at Columbus. Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. You can listen to me, Steve Schattler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. Pigtail Charlie's Diner is a family-owned and operated restaurant in Hedrick, Iowa. Takeout, dine-in, outdoor seating, reservations, and in-store pickup are all available. Stop into Pigtail Charlie's at 508 East 6th Street in Hedrick, Iowa, or call 641-653-2223. Get more information at Pigtail Charlie's Facebook page. We hope to see you soon at Pigtail Charlie's Diner in Hedrick, Iowa. The staff members at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. A ceremony can be anything you wish it to be, simple or elaborate, traditional or unique. No matter how it's tailored, such a ceremony is an important step in recovering from loss. Let the staff at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa help you in your time of need. Federation Bank. Partner with the bank that loves rural Iowa. Federation Bank is located at 107 Richland Street in Richland, Iowa. Call 319-456-2265. They can help you with personal checking, personal savings, consumer loans, mortgage loans, and so much more. Federation Bank in Richland. Together, we're strong. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, Clint.
Hey. Hey, Clint, the new lot looks great. Hey, Clint.
Hey. How you doing, Clint?
At Helmuth Ford, our friendly atmosphere is not a surprise. It shows your family.
Hey, Dad. Frank's bringing in his Ford F-150 to get his engine checked out.
Did you tell him that we're home with a lifetime powertrain warranty on new and used vehicles?
Yeah, told him we'd take care of everything.
Great. Come on down to Helmuth Ford and see for yourself.
For landscaping, excavation, and construction, Daisy Do Landscaping can do almost anything. Give them a call to see how they can help you out. Daisy Do Landscaping can help with new landscaping installation, planting trees, shrubs, and perennials, plus lawn seeding, fertilizing, and spraying. Daisy Do Landscaping at 641-919-1290 in Ollie, Iowa. You can find Daisy Do Landscaping on Facebook. At Copeland Auto Body, we strive to be the area's consistent provider of advanced collision repair. We want all of our customers to have a stress-free experience when they bring their car to Copeland Auto Body. Give them a call at 641-653-2140. Find them online at CopelandAutoBody.com. Copeland Auto Body, located in Hedrick, Copeland Collision Center in Oskaloosa, and Copeland Towing and Recovery in Sigourney. For auto body and towing for Hedrick, Oskaloosa, and Sigourney, see Copeland Auto Body.
I don't have it on me. Okay. But I can either get it to you after the game or next week. Yeah, I don't care. Are you doing next the playoff game?
Skunk River Radio, country music from 1990 through 2010 with some Iowa country music sprinkled in. Listen at skunkriverradio.com, download the app, listen on Alexa by saying, Alexa, play Skunk River Radio on TuneIn. You can listen to me, Steve Shetler, each weekday morning from 6 a.m. to noon, and listen to The Haze from noon to 6 p.m. Skunk River Radio, online radio for country music from 1990 to 2010. Pigtail Charlie's Diner is a family-owned and operated restaurant in Hedrick, Iowa. Takeout, dine-in, outdoor seating, reservations, and in-store pickup are all available. Stop into Pigtail Charlie's at 508 East 6th Street in Hedrick, Iowa, or call 641-653-2223. Get more information at Pigtail Charlie's Facebook page. We hope to see you soon at Pigtail Charlie's Diner in Hedrick, Iowa. The staff members at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa will guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a loved one. A ceremony can be anything you wish it to be, simple or elaborate, traditional or unique. No matter how it's tailored, such a ceremony is an important step in recovering from loss. Let the staff at Fremont Funeral Chapel in Fremont, Iowa help you in your time of need. Federation Bank. Partner with the bank that loves rural Iowa. Federation Bank is located at 107 Richland Street in Richland, Iowa. Call 319-456-2265. They can help you with personal checking, personal savings, consumer loans, mortgage loans, and so much more. Federation Bank in Richland. Together, we're strong. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, Clint.
Hey. Hey, Clint, the new lot looks great. Hey, Clint.
Hey. How you doing, Clint?
At Helmuth Ford, our friendly atmosphere is not a surprise. It shows your family.
Hey, Dad. Frank's bringing in his Ford F-150 to get his engine checked out.
Did you tell him that we're home with a lifetime powertrain warranty on new and used vehicles?
Yeah, told him we'd take care of everything.
Great. Come on down to Helmuth Ford and see for yourself.
For landscaping, excavation, and construction, Daisy Do Landscaping can do almost anything. Give them a call to see how they can help you out. Daisy Do Landscaping can help with new landscaping installation, planting trees, shrubs, and perennials, plus lawn seeding, fertilizing, and spraying. Daisy Do Landscaping at 641-919-1290 in Ollie, Iowa. You can find Daisy Do Landscaping on Facebook. At Copeland Auto Body, we strive to be the area's consistent provider of advanced collision repair. We want all of our customers to have a stress-free experience when they bring their car to Copeland Auto Body. Give them a call at 641-653-2140. Find them online at copelandautobody.com. Copeland Auto Body, located in Hedrick, Copeland Collision Center in Oskaloosa, and Copeland Towing and Recovery in Sigourney. For auto body and towing for Hedrick, Oskaloosa, and Sigourney, see Copeland Auto Body.
Hey, we are back. We got about less than a minute before the second half begins here in Columbus tonight, or at least that's what the clock says. Nobody seems to be in too much of a hurry to get things going here for the second half.
Nope, they sure don't.
I'd like to get in a little bit more of a hurry and get this game in before potential rain.
You know, if there's the way it looks is that Columbus Junction is probably not going to win this game, but one win they could have is they were just in warm-up. So Lando Garza, who was kicked the extra point and is on the kickoff duty, he literally just kicked the ball from the 50-yard line through the uprights. So that's a crazy strong. That's 60 yards. Of course, it was from a tee, not a live snap or anything like that. But surprised he's not the kickoff specialist, as it is Gabriel Zuninga. Elijah Brock stands back at his own 5. Zuninga's showed a pretty powerful leg as well. He'll get this thing going. 29-7 in favor of Pekin. This is a high kick, fielded at the 10 by Brock. Gets upfield, up to the 30. Still running right up the seam, hit hard at the 35-yard line, and that's where Pekin will start their next drive. Brock's had some nice returns. He had to catch 2 touchdown passes to count for 1. A little shaken up after that hit. It's going to go down, and it's cramping up. He did miss a couple of games with an injury, and he's now down on the turf. He was walking away from the hit and then trying to stretch out his legs, and he dropped down. He's got a teammate helping him stretch out that cramp. It's what are we, October 17th, somewhere around in there, and it's still plenty warm out.
Yeah. Although I am jealous. You did wear a sweatshirt tonight. I was expecting to be inside of an actual press box, but that's not happening.
Yes. And you got shorts and T-shirts. Steve, my long underwear is on the edge of my drawer. It is ready to go. And next week, when you see that high of 58 degrees, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, boy, it's long john weather for me.
You are very cold-blooded. I mean, I am too. But you take it up several notches even from me.
I'd much rather it be 150 degrees and sweating thinking about going outside than even below 60. Here we go. Now we get going. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Going to hand it off to Glick, and he's got a big seam going up the middle, up to the midfield, and he's got to break it free at the 40, 30. They have good pursuit on him. See if he can beat it down the line. At the 10, he beats him in. Touchdown, Panthers. Nolan Glick. 65 yards to the house. First play from scrimmage, 35-7. 11:45 on the game clock.
You and I were talking during halftime. We didn't have really a clear-cut leader for player of the game, Daisy Dew Landscaping player of the game. Maybe that'll...
Maybe Nolan Glick just...
Yeah.
Here's a high snap, brought down nicely by the holder and through by Henry Adam to make it 36-7. Yeah, we were talking about that, and Pekin's kind of shared the love tonight. That's Glick's second touchdown. Riley Smith has found the end zone. Reed Lauderman, Elijah Brock. I was kind of leaning towards Elijah Brock just because he had to catch a touchdown pass twice just to make it count for one. He had that, nearly took that punt return back to the house, but stepped out of bounds on his way. Nice kick return there, so it was kind of leaning his way coming back from the injury. Having a great performance, but hard to say. We'll see how the rest of this unfolds. 36-7, 11:45 to go. And got some score updates.
Yo! The cheerleaders have it in for us tonight.
They do. That's another one through the cattle gate. And
yeah, football. You got a souvenir football.
I do. Pekin Panthers is what it says. It's a black one. We'll try to put it on the as I gave the cheerleader props for getting it up here. But all right, I was going to do score updates, but we're ready to kick off. Henry Adam hits a line driver. It rolls all the way in. It's tough picking it up. Here is Cien. He fields it. This could be trouble as he's being very patient. Now breaks down the sideline. If he stays in bounds, he's got a ways to go, but he gets pushed out of bounds. We'll have to see where they spot it. It looked like about the 40, 42-yard line. And they're still moving the ball around. This officiating crew has called a great game. I don't want to take anything away from them, but they have got to be the slowest group when it comes to spotting the football. It takes forever. They're still waiting to spot this one. I really don't know. I'm guessing it's somewhere around the 40. There's one line judge is at the 39. The other one's up a little ways. And they're going to put it at the 38. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Split back formation. Here's a handoff going to the outside. He's swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. First one on the scene was Mr. Riley Smith. Riley Smith's had a great game as well. I mean, he did throw that pick at the end of the first half as Pekin was driving down, but And that had been pretty solid defensively. Loss of 6 on the play, 2nd and 16. Ball's at the 32. Columbus drops their arm down. The linemen drop their arm down at the set signal. They've been doing that since I was in high school, and that was a long time ago. Here is a rollout to the right. Pass to the flats to 24. He gets grabbed, caught from behind by, I think that was Landon Crow at about the 40-yard line to bring up 3rd. And about 6. They put 3rd and 7 on the scoreboard. I just about said 6-7, Steve. I said that every middle schooler listening will be laughing. And then I just said it. 10:23 to go. 3rd and 7. Ball's at the 41-yard line for the Wildcats. Opening drive of the second half for them. Pekin scored in one play in their possession. 65 yards by Nolan Glick. Here is handoff right side going nowhere. It'll bring up 4th down. That was Kahlberg again. Just got back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. As Columbus is going to punt this thing away. Riley Smith is retreating back deep. Still hustling back there as the punt is a high, short kick. Everybody getting out of the way. It does take a Columbus roll. It's going to roll inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line, and that's where Pekin will take over. 9:23 to go in this third. They lead 36-7. And some of those score updates. Let's run down those. Sigourney Keota leads Cardinal. Actually, they just scored. I think it'll be 35-0 there. 33-0 in favor of BGM at North Mahaska. Or North Mahaska at BGM. BGM leads that 33-0. Monty leads Baxter 44-14. And that's really all I got for changes since the last update. First place from scrimmage is a handoff to Glick up the middle. He gains about a yard.
I had at halftime Janesville with a commanding 44-8 lead over HLVTC.
All right. Of course, we had one final score last night. Atumwa took care of business against Des Moines Roosevelt, 20-18. Pella Christian leads Albia. Just lost it. I think it was, refresh it, was like 23-8. And here is an encroachment by the Wildcats. Will move Pekin up forward 5.
Oh, we got a second. Shout out to Clint Weber, Coach Clint Weber, who filled in last week on the sports section. I needed a host at the very last second, Josh, and Coach Weber filled in and did a tremendous job.
Here's a handoff to Glick. And minimal gain, if any, on that one. 8:29 to go, and another flag on the play, or what do we... All right, I heard a couple extra whistles. I'm not sure what they were discussing. Ball's at the 35. It'll be 3rd and 3.
But Clint has definitely taken the role of the first person I'm going to get a hold of when I need a last-second fill-in.
Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. is not the time to be getting a hold of me. Here's a snap, too. Direct snap to Glick. He goes left side, and this is going nowhere. It'll be 4th and 3.
Yeah, you claimed that you were sleeping in last Saturday morning. I don't know. I think you were just ignoring me.
No. I don't think I was still asleep. I think I didn't have my phone on me. I think I got up Saturday morning and was outside doing some stuff. And
sure.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was busy.
Giving the dog a bath or something. Something more important.
Yeah, I was doing that. 4th down. Elijah Brock's going to come in and punt this thing away. I think the returner is Cient, standing in his own 30. This is a low line drive kick. It's going to roll on the ground, hit the ground at midfield, and laying right down immediately is Brock. Ball takes a peek and rolls down to the 37-yard line. And yeah, Brock is laid immediately after the punt, laid down and stuck his leg up, waiting to be stretched out.
This quarter's starting to get away from us, Josh. Let's sneak in one of our sponsors here and come back after this. Gillum Construction and Properties, LLC of Packwood, Iowa, can help you with your construction needs like roofs, 4-season rooms, garage builds, siding, windows, doors, kitchen and bathroom remodels, flooring installation, and more. Give them a call at 641-295-5460. Gillum Construction and Properties, LLC, where you're in charge of your destination. Call 641-295-5460 or look up Gillum Construction and Properties, LLC on Facebook. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. All right, we're coming back to the game, and it looks like we're going to get back to the action as the Joss Club has the call of the game.
Yeah, 7:08 to go here in the third. Pekin leads 36-7. Be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball is at their own 37-yard line. Elijah Brock able to, after getting stretched out, able to walk off under his own power. Still getting assisted by the trainer on the sideline. Columbus can start this drive right about where the last drive ended. Phillips is going to roll to the right, throws a pass in the flats, has a man open. The catch is made and tackled at about the 47-yard line. That's number 20, Alexander Reese on the reception. They spotted at the 46. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Columbus. EBF and Durant in a tight one, 24-27 in favor of Durant right now in the middle of the third quarter.
And I just got an update. Janesville at the end of 3, 52-8 over HLVTC.
Here's a snap and a dead ball. Flag flies in. Offsides on Wildcats. Marching back 5. Make it 2nd and 8. Or 2nd and 6.
What was your EBF score again?
It is Eddyville 24, Durant 27. And again, that's a battle for position. The loser of that game will play a district champion in the first round, and the winner will play a district second-place team. So seeding is important in high school football postseason. Makes it 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Ball spotted at the 41. Wildcats with some misdirection. They're going to come out of the near side, trying to get outside and falling down. Just had one man to beat, was number 39, Resendez Rodriguez, and he is still not getting up. No contact there from anyone. He was trying to cut outside. He had Carson Comstock left to beat and was trying to beat him to the corner and just kind of went down on his own. And he's shaken up. We'll stop to tend to him, and we'll step aside and hear from another one of our sponsors.
At Nutrien Ag Solutions, we are dedicated to your success. We partner with growers like you to expand your possibilities with unparalleled offerings. Your unique challenges are met with more customized solutions than anyone else can offer. With you, we're feeding the future together.
And we thank all of our sponsors on board for Pekin football, making our broadcast possible this year. Hard to believe we're wrapping up the regular season already, but the 8 games have flown by. You know, we started things off with the preseason scrimmage and getting ready for the playoffs, which of course we'll be covering right here on Steve Shetler Media.
Yeah, and Pekin's first game will be next Friday night, and it will be at home. Of course, they win that as a district champion. They win that, they'll host the next round 2. Around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, the pairings will be out on the Iowa High School Athletic Association website. Here's a pass on first down out to the flat to number 20 again, and he's ripped to the ground at the 49. Good enough for a first down for the Wildcats. It'll be the 1st and 10 at the 49. Now a couple of flags come in way after the play, as I think there was some jawing between the two sides, and the officials will discuss this as that wind is really howling. I'll try to cover my mic up. The flags are laying at the 50-yard line. Signal is personal foul against Pekin. Come over and explain it to Coach Weber. That'll move it all the way up to the 36-yard line. It's been this first one on Pekin, but quite a few personal foul calls in the lightning bolt signal call, whatever that was, but it was 15 yards. Here's Columbus, 1st and 10. At the Panther 35-yard line, and now a whistle. Columbus is going to take a timeout with 5:13 to go. And we'll take a timeout and hear from a couple of sponsors.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Planning ahead for 2026, smart farmers know that exceptional harvests begin with premium seeds. Quinton Harbison at Gobbler Creek Seeds, your local Pioneer dealer, has the high-performance varieties you need for next spring's planting. These aren't just any seeds, they're backed by proven genetics and designed for maximum yield potential. When you plant with confidence, you harvest with pride. Trust Quinton Harbison at Gobbler Creek Seeds for all your seed needs. Call today at 641-777-8874. That's 641-777-8874. And let's grow success together.
All right, 1st and 10 after the timeout. Phillips is going to drop back to pass, in trouble, throws it deep. He's got a man, but overshoots him. He had Cient running up the seam in front of Comstock. But incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball remains at the 36. Kind of we talked during that break, but not a lot of flow to this game. It just seems like it's a lot of stoppage, and then somebody breaks a big play. As Columbus will break the huddle. 5:08 to go. 2nd and 10, balls at the 36. Phillips has Kahlberg to his left, and now a flag, another flag. It is getting offsides on Columbus, so they are lined up offsides. Marches them back 5. 2nd and 15. Ball at the 41. This ball's moved between the Wildcat 40 and the Pekin 30, back and forth, and we haven't ran a play in 10 minutes of real time. The clock's been hanging around just over 5 minutes to play for quite some time now. Phillips, shotgun snap, looks to pass, throws it near side flat. It's caught. Needs a trio of Pekin defenders. Got about half of it, half of what they need. Will bring up third down and about 8.
Got an ESPN update saying number 2 Miami in college football is trailing Louisville with about 13 and a half minutes to go, 24-13. Shake things up near the top.
Yeah. I saw that during halftime. I was looking at those. I think Minnesota was leading Nebraska too.
Really?
Here is Phillips. Going to roll right side. Looking downfield. Now fires it in the flats. This is low for his intended receiver, Kahlberg. Incomplete. Bring up 4th down and 7.
Josh, I've been seeing with that Penn State coaching opening, I've been seeing Matt Rule's name being thrown around from Nebraska. Why is that? Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
Why would they even consider him?
Maybe he went. Did he go there ever or anything? Hard to say. Those rumors get really flying. 5 seconds on the game clock. Columbus is trying to hurry. They do. They get to the line and they get it off just in time. Phillips, deep drop, throws it up the middle's got a man. It's swatted away at the last minute by Comstock, and a flag comes in. And Pekin faithful's not going to like that, but that's a good call. Comstock had a hold of his right shoulder pad, and the intended receiver is now down, slow to get up. Does get up under his own power. It was Sachiel Villagrana. These names are tough. And he's able to jog off on under his own power, but that is a pass interference against Pekin, and that'll give Columbus an automatic first down. That'll move the ball up to the 18-yard line. From the 18, 1st and 10 for Columbus. Yeah, and another flag.
Come on.
It's about time to keep it in your pockets there. This is another offside, lined up offsides, not full start, but lined up offsides for Columbus. It's the 3rd time they've been called for that. Makes it 1st and 15. That'll move the ball back to the 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 flags already in the second half. We still got 4:10 to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's Phillips under center. He's going to fake the handoff call. Gives it to Rodriguez. He's wrapped up in the backfield, then hit hard by Henry Adam. He was wrapped up by Cal Miller, and Henry Adam came and finished him up. Makes it 2nd down and very long. 2nd and 19. Well, we'll see where we go from here. Southern Kyoto leads Cardinal 42-0. Another update. Monty leads Baxter 44-14. We already have that one. Here is Phillips rolling out, and he's just going to throw this away as Nolan Glick was all over him there, and it'll be 3rd down and 19.
Tell me those scores you just had again, Josh.
Sigourney leads Cardinal 42-0. Monty leads Baxter 44-14.
Okay.
Third and 19, 3:22 to go in this 3rd quarter. Under center is Phillips. Hands off to Kahlberg. He's trying to bust his way through the pile. Flag comes in. And It's not just Steve groaning. It's both the Pekin faithful and the Wildcat faithful groaning every time they see that yellow thing flying through the air. And here's another one. This was in the middle of the pile. They're going to call holding against Columbus. And that'll move them back 10 more from the spot. We'll just have to wait till they settle. It'll take them a couple of minutes to get this ball spotted.
My only concern is the weather. I just want to get out of here before it starts raining.
That's going to move it back to the 34-yard line. Makes it 3rd and 26. Phillips in the shotgun, drops back to pass, sets his feet, throws it deep down the far sideline. He's got a man in the end zone, catches it, touchdown Columbus. How about that? All that penalty back and forth. A 3rd and 26, and they punch it home for the touchdown. Down the far sideline. I could not read the number from here. I believe it was number 20. Alexander Reese again. He's been lining up on that side of the ball most of the night. So it makes it 36-13 with 2:55 remaining in the third quarter. Yeah, Minnesota still leads Nebraska 7-6. As Columbus has some personnel issues, running some guys out on the field. Columbus used to always run what they call it a puck play, where they acted like they didn't have the puck and run off, and the guy running off would go off for a pass. And here's an encroachment by the Panthers. The kick is good, but they whistled it dead before the snap, so it can't count. Dead ball, encroachment defense. And it looks like they're still gonna re-kick it, which they have to do something because it was blown dead. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and might have missed that. Nope, there, call it good.
I don't think he was even sure.
The near side official is the one that should have made that call. He didn't even signal. He just jogged off the field. 36-14, 2:55 to go. Let's sneak in a sponsor quick. Just one.
Just one. Here we go. Founded in 1952, Fairfield Precast Concrete is a small, locally owned and operated precast concrete business. We're committed to serving Southeast Iowa with high-quality precast products. With 70 years of business experience, Fairfield Precast Concrete has continually researched, developed, and evolved with a long-term goal of creating a cost-effective alternative method for wastewater treatment. For more information, go to fairfieldprecastconcrete.com or call 641-472-3959.
All right, we are back here in Columbus Junction. We've got Pekin leading 36-14. Columbus getting ready to kick off. 2:55 to go in the third quarter. Josh.
We got a final score. Pella Christian defeated Albia 49-8. Kick is going to go into the end zone barely. I don't know who's back deep for Pekin there, but kind of just jogged up forward to the pile. That ball almost stopped at the goal line. Got to be careful there. That was Ryan Hammis back deep, but nonetheless, it'll bring it out. The Panthers to start this drive. Leading 36-14, 2:55 to go. Riley Smith has got Nolan Glick to his right. Henry Adam split out to the slot, Landon Crow, the other up back. It's a handoff to Glick, and he's swallowed up in the backfield, nowhere to run. 4 defenders behind him, or 4 defenders on him. For the most part, Pekin's been able to bust up some bigger plays. Columbus Junction's defensive line has won the battle up front. Pekin's been able to use misdirection and some outside stuff to pick up yardage, but certainly there'll be some stuff to work on for the offensive line for the Panthers after this one. Here's a direct snap to Nolan Glick. He's going outside. Gets about to the 20, and he's swallowed up there. No gain. Be 3rd and 10.
Okay, Neil texting me, letting me know the HLVTC game has been called due to lightning. So
due to lightning.
52-8 is your final there.
That's in Victor. It's a little ways away from here, but certainly means it's coming. BGM now leads North Mahaska 40-0. And now another flag comes in. Illegal shift by the Panthers.
What was that score you just gave me, Josh?
It was BGM 40, North Mahaska 0.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a lot closer of a game. Here is misdirection to Henry Adam. Cuts back up the middle. He's got some decent gain. He's going to, another flag comes in. Flag actually landed out of bounds by this wind, blew it all the way out, and a Panther is down. That might be a basically, I don't know what the terminology is these days. Basically, a cut block by the defender, going down to the lineman, the lead blocker's legs, trying to get to the running back. We'll see. Pekin's lined up to punt already. Long discussion by the officiating crew here on this flag. Henry Adam was probably about 3 yards shy of the first down. Pekin sent the punting unit on the field, and now the head official is going to go over and talk to Columbus Junction's head coach.
Take your time.
Yeah. They're making Steve nervous.
Well, we've got the wind blowing into our face, so whenever the rain does arrive, it'll be coming right at us.
Sideline warning against the Panthers. Oh, boy, they're finding everything.
Well, it's the last regular season game of the year. They're like looking through the rule book. They're, what could we possibly call tonight?
Maybe they're just trying to get that last stand so they get selected for the postseason. I don't think they've selected the referees. I think they do that when they do the seedings, or they do the after they do the announcement of who's playing who. They'll pick the officials that work the postseason. Maybe they're trying to make. I'm not sure. So now it's 3rd down and 17. Riley Smith's going to drop back to pass. In trouble, rolling around and gets stripped up, and he goes down for the sack. Just about had some. He was trying to roll out to the outside there on the far side of the field, and he had Landon Crow and who else was out there? Landon Crow and Aiden Porter were wide open down the field. Riley Smith was trying to get to get some breathing room to chuck it down there, but just got shoestring tackled. And that'll force the Panthers to punt. It'll be Landon Crow punting from his own end zone. Cient will stand at the Panther 45 awaiting this punt. Kind of punting into this breeze that's blowing up as Crow. It's a high spiraling kick. Good looking kick. Gets all the way to back to 47. Cient grabs it. Makes first man miss. Dancing around still. Gets nowhere. Another flag comes in. There's 10 little check marks for penalties on my score sheet. That was gone a long time ago, and I've made a mess of it, and I have no idea. But we've got to be up to 14, 15 penalties in this third quarter. The good news is, with all this happening, there's 5 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Penalty is against the Wildcats, and that'll set them up to start this drive right at midfield. So we'll start at 1st and 10. 5 seconds remain in the third quarter. So we'll get one play off here and then head to the fourth. Assuming there's no flag.
Not guaranteed.
The offensive penalty would make one untimed down. Snap. Phillips drops back to pass. Looking downfield, throws it to the flat, and it's over the intended target's head and out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the third quarter with Pekin leading 36-14. We will step aside and hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll come back with the fourth quarter.
Founded in 1952, Fairfield Precast Concrete is a small, locally owned and operated precast concrete business. We're committed to serving Southeast Iowa with high-quality precast products. With 70 years of business experience, Fairfield Precast Concrete has continually researched, developed, and evolved with a long-term goal of creating a cost-effective alternative method for wastewater treatment. For more information, go to fairfieldprecastconcrete.com or call 641-472-3959. Barn Wired at 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney has a huge selection of home decor. Plus, they offer a full coffee bar with breakfast and lunch served as well. Look for the weekly lunch specials posted on the Barn Wired Facebook page. Hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., Thursdays from 6:30 a.m. to 9 p.m., Fridays from 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Saturdays and Sundays from 8 to 2. That's Barn Wired on the south side of the Sigourney Square, 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney. All right, we're back. Again, fourth quarter just starting, 36-14 in favor of Pekin. Josh Clubb with the call of the game. Josh.
All right, well, I think the penalty flags won that quarter.
Yes. They are the player of the game.
They're the Daisy Dew landscape player of the game. Those flags are going to have grass stains on them for sure. But Columbus will start at this fourth quarter. 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 50-yard line. Incomplete pass to start this drive. Phillips is going to pitch it to Cient. He's going to try an end around. He's got a long ways to go to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does. Gets the corner turn. Gets up to about the 42-yard line, so about an 8-yard gain for Cient. Bring up 3rd and short for Columbus. Call it 3rd and 2. Wildcats come up. It looks like Phillips is going to be under center. He's got Kalberg behind him. Pekin trying to jump the gun. Kalberg gets the handoff, and he's dropped in the backfield for a loss. It'll bring up 4th down. It'll end up being about 4th and 4, so loss of 2 on the play. Columbus is pretty much to the point. They want to, certainly not impossible to find their way back into this game, but they'll have to pick up this 4th down if they want to head in that direction. It will keep the offense on the field.
Josh, we've got an international audience tonight. Some folks from Canada watching.
Okay. Not quite worldwide, but we're continent-wide. Here is Phillips under center. He's going to drop back. Looking far side. Throws it to the flat. Number 20. Lost it up there. The catch is made, but he dropped it a little bit, and they're going to say he got enough for the 1st down. So 1st and 10 for Columbus. They do, and get the ball spot. That's what that whistle is for, to get the clock moving. Right at 10 minutes to play in this game. Columbus driving. If Columbus can punch this into the end zone, as they're going to go to that quad receiver look to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Phillips rolls this way. He's in trouble initially, and he's dropped for the sack. All the way back at midfield, he may even be hurt. Sack out there as Aiden Porter came blitzing in and didn't even give Phillips a chance to react. Dropped him all the way back at the 50. It'll make it 2nd and 23, so a 13-yard loss. That's the second big sack that Aiden Porter's had. Maybe he's a candidate for Daisy Dew Landscape Player of the Game. We're kind of searching. Pekin's played. It's been a team effort tonight. Let's see if Porter's down at the DN position, see if he can get in there again. Here's a deep pass down the sideline, and this is well in front of the target. Trying a timing route there to number 20, Alexander Reese, but he couldn't quite get there in time. That went directly into the wind and kind of hung up there. This will be 3rd and 23, 8:58 to go. Ball's at the Panther 49-yard line. .857, quad receivers to the near side. Cient is in motion. Phillips is looking that way. Now switches direction, throws it deep down the sideline. He's got a man, catches just short of him. As it, again, thrown into that wind. Just hung it up enough that Sachil Villagrana could not come back to the ball in time, so that's 4th and 23. And Columbus has almost got to punt this away now. Looks like they will. Well, maybe not. They are going to call an offensive play, at least out of the huddle. Phillips sends the quad receivers to the far side of the field. Pekin did send the return unit on here. Here's a big hit by Nolan Glick. Ball is down on the ground. Should be an incomplete pass. It is, but Nolan Glick just made Trevor Phillips wish that they would have punted that away. Turnover on downs. Pekin will take over at their own 49-yard line. 1st and 10 with 8:35 to go in this one.
And the clock is running for some reason.
Yes, it is.
I won't argue with it.
I was surprised one of the officials hasn't blown a whistle, but here's a fake and run by a keeper by Riley Smith up the field for about 7. Bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 3.
A steady breeze,
yes,
as everybody can hear.
A steady breeze.
I'd be perfectly happy, Josh, with an 8-minute drive.
So that clock ran.
To end this game.
The clock ran that whole last play, and then it stopped after that run. It wasn't a first down or anything, so some issues going on there. No big deal. Henry Adam comes in motion. Here's a handoff to Glick. Up the middle he goes. He has a first down and more. Still trucking his way along all the way up to about the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for Pekin. Really keep my eye on that Eddyville, Blakesburg, and Durant score. Seems to be one of the closer games of the evening. As Still 27-24 in favor of Durant. 8 minutes to go in that one. Here is Glick again. Goes up the middle. He's got a decent hole to start with. Going to be a little, be close. No, a little shy of the first down. A couple yards shy. Second down and short. Montezuma now leads 63-28. Here's another handoff to Glick. Up the middle he goes. He has the first down. Drug from behind. Had a little more green grass in front of him, but got tripped up from behind. 1st and 10 Pekin. Ball is at the 21-yard line.
You said Monty 63-28?
Yep. Smith has got Glick to his left. Smith's going to keep it this time off the fake. Makes a couple guys miss, gets up to about the 15 before he's brought down on the first down run. A 7-yard gain. They get 2nd and 3. Pekin's going to be content to continue to pound the rock here and keep that clock moving. Comfortable lead, 36-14. Here is Smith, hands it to Glick this time. He goes left side, now going back to the middle and wrapped up from behind. Helmet comes off of number 58 for Columbus. Will have to come out of the game. That is Tim Baker, the easiest name on the team. Tim Baker and Trevor Phillips are the only two easy ones. The rest of them are difficult. Be inside 5 minutes to go on this snap. Smith has Glick to his left. 3rd down and 3. They're going to try a pass. Smith throws it. It's high over the head of the intended target, Carson Comstock. Incomplete. 4th and 3. And what do we have? Oh, it looked like Pekin was backing up like there was a penalty. I didn't see. I hadn't seen one of them yellow things in a while.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit. And quite crazy how quick a quarter goes when the flags are flying. Henry Adam sprinting out, getting lined up. Smith's going to hand it off to Glick. He goes, follows the blocker to the left side, breaks free momentarily, and then drug down from behind after picking up the first down. 4th down conversion for the Panthers. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 7. I'm going to have to adjust my position here. Here's Smith. Hands it off to Glick. Glick up the middle, through and in for the score. Nolan Glick with his 3rd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers extend their lead to 42-7 with 4:20 to go in the game.
Does that seal the deal, Josh?
It probably does. You kind of just have to go that route, but certainly Aiden Porter worth mentioning, as well as Elijah Brock fortunately got hurt, and Riley Smith played a great game also. It's that one interception as they were driving down to kind of seal the deal. Here's a botched snap, but they get the hold down. Great hold there by Comstock. And Henry Adam able to boot it through. 43-14. Let's step aside and hear from one of our sponsors.
At Lifetime Dental, we know a strong, healthy smile starts early. That's why we love seeing our little patients early in life to create positive experiences and healthy habits that will last a lifetime. With advanced training in pediatric growth and development, as well as orthodontics, we have the knowledge and expertise to help your growing child thrive. We have a simple goal: healthy children, healthy teeth, beautiful smiles to last a lifetime.
Hi, this is Stacy with Shuttler Insurance Services in Sigourney. As your local independent agency, we're here to help with all your insurance needs. Farm and crop, home and auto, business, life, and health. We take the time to listen, explain your options, and match you with the coverage that truly fits your needs. Shuttler Insurance Services, local service, trusted advice. Call 641-636-7744 or stop by our office on the east side of the square in Sigourney.
All right, we are back. Pekin set to kick the ball off. Josh.
All righty, it looks like Silvers is going to boot this away to the near sideline and does stay in. They're waiting for it, but he's going to have to pick it up. Going up the sideline is Cien. He's wrapped out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. That's where Columbus will take over. Got an update. Oskaloosa leads Marion 13-7. Oski looking for their first win of the year. Got the lead. That's in the third quarter.
13-7, you say?
Yep. Ball's at the 23-yard line for the Wildcats. 4 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in this one. A little confusion by the Wildcats, but we'll get the snap off in just in time. Throw it up the middle, and catch is made at the 35-yard line by number 17, Dante Orzko. Yep. Gutierrez.
Good job, Josh.
Orozco Gutierrez. That is a tough last name. So, first and 10 for Columbus. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Phillips from the shotgun. Throws it deep down the far sideline. He's got a man. If he can catch up to it, he cannot. Incomplete. He was looking for Alexander Reese out there on the far sideline. They've gone to that play a few times here tonight. Just a little fade/timing route down the far sideline, but the wind is causing problems, as you can probably hear on our microphones. Actually, it would be blowing directly at that football, kind of going across the field. Second and 10, ball's at 35, 3:32 to go. Trips receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Phillips drops back, looking near side, now throws it up the middle. He's got a man, and the catch is made at the 35. That is Kaelberg, who is slow to get up. Big play for the Wildcats. First and 10, ball will be at the Panther 32-yard line. You don't stop the game for somebody tying their shoe in football there, referee. First and 10. 3:10 and counting. Columbus right back up on the ball. Sends Cien in motion. Phillips drops back to pass, throws it up the middle. He's got a man in the corner of the end zone, incomplete, and a flag comes in.
The first one of the quarter, I think.
It is the first one of the fourth quarter. There was roughly unofficially 16 in the third quarter. That's the first one in the fourth. We got a couple of different players out there stretching their legs out, cramping wise, but flag is laying right at the 30-yard line. Penalties against Pekin. I did not see the head referee's signal. Move it up 10 yards. Must have been 15 yards. So some type of personal foul. It was a personal foul signal. There's been a lot of those tonight, and not physical action that we're seeing. So it's got to be what they're saying to each other. As here is Columbus, 1st and 10, balls at the 16-yard line. Phillips drops back to pass, looking far side, still looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run. He goes up to the left side, tries to turn the corner, and he's hit hard and wrapped up by Riley Smith, and I think Aiden Porter was the other one on the scene. Was Porter? Phillips was able to pick up a couple yards there, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Inside the 15. Phillips has Kalberg to his left. The pitch to Kalberg. He goes up the middle or up to the right tackling. Nothing doing. Bring up 3rd down. Well, my angle didn't look like he even got back to line of scrimmage, but they gave him 3 yards. Call it 3rd and 3. Ball's on the 9-yard line. Phillips under center. Takes the handoff to Kalberg. Now he throws it to the end zone. A blind-looking pass and just throws it up for grabs. Incomplete. And our little cattle panel thing here is shaking a little bit, Steve. I don't know if you felt that, but I did.
Hopefully it's not a scene out of Twister.
It's. I'll pop a picture on it. Anybody listening that wants to see a picture of it, I'll share with you. But this is not.
Well, we got a second. We'll show the cattle. We'll show the cattle.
Show the cattle. It's a timeout taken by Columbus Junction with 1:25 to go. But
there we go.
Steve's there.
You can see some of the cattle panel that we're behind.
Yeah. The camera is elevated about 2 foot above our heads. So.
Yeah.
Yep, that and the Pekin faithful.
Let's take a break.
Let's go to a sponsor here.
And be back after this.
If community matters, choose a family that values community. When you choose Beaner Funeral Home, you are choosing more than a business and more than a building. You are choosing a family. When you support those who give back to the community by way of volunteerism, talents, and monetary investments, you are ensuring this legacy of giving continues. We offer the most economical cremation and traditional burial pricing in our area and invite you to experience the Beaner difference of community, compassion, and commitment.
All right, Josh, we are back 43-14 in favor of Pekin.
4th and 3. Ball is on the 9-yard line. 1:25 to go. Phillips. Shotgun. Rolls far side. Looking for a man. He's got him in the end zone if they can connect it. It's tipped away at the last second by, I believe, Landon Crow. Great defensive play by Landon to knock that ball to the turf, and that should pretty much do it. Columbus does have 1 timeout remaining if they so choose to use it. Pekin can still essentially run out the clock in a victory formation. Ball's at the 9-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10. And with that, we're going to go with. I like to share the love and change guys up, but 3 touchdowns for Nolan Glick tonight. Let's go with him as our Daisy Dew landscape player of the game is Nolan Glick with 3 touchdowns. He was bottled up a little bit, but
you can't deny it. I mean,
he's everywhere. He's had a lot of pressures on. He had Phillips running for his life many a times, forcing Phillips to get outside of the pocket and throw errant passes and things like that. Those are stats that just don't show up on the stat sheet, but nonetheless, Pekin will come up here in victory formation. They already kneeled it once. Get inside 40 seconds, they'll do it again. Columbus is not going to use their timeout, so the play clock's not running, but shouldn't matter because Pekin's really just trying to get it inside of 40. They take the snap and kneel it down. 35 seconds to go, and that'll be it. Columbus is not going to use their timeout, so Pekin will end the regular season undefeated, 8-0. Panthers will await. They'll play a 4 seed from a different district. We'll find out tomorrow morning. But another fantastic regular season for Coach Weber and the Pekin Panthers. They'll finish this one, as I said, undefeated. Columbus will fall to, I forgot their record as we opened this up, but they will fall to 3-3 or 3-5 overall, and depending on the we'll just have to see how the RPI comes out for them against Van Buren County and whether Columbus will make it in the postseason or if it'll be Van Buren County. But we'll post that stuff in the morning. So.
All right, and we will have the sports section 8 a.m. live if you want to tune in for the live video stream for the sports section 8 a.m. We'll start off with Pekin football as always. We'll have EBF football and also Sigourney Kyoto football featured on tomorrow morning's show. 43-14. We'll see the celebration here and before we end things. Pekin traveling good tonight here all the way to Columbus. Lots of fans in attendance. And that'll wrap it up. Pekin is a winner tonight. We'll find out where they are. Oh, I guess we know where they're at in Pekin next week, but we'll see who their opponent is for the first round. That'll do it for tonight's broadcast. We thank all of our sponsors. Thanks for you for watching at home.